Welcome back to Community Connection. In the last of his informational series here on Community Connection, Mark Wagner is back once again to keep us up to date on all of those good things we need to build our financial fence and keep our boat afloat. Good morning, my friend, Mark Wagner. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You know, I want to, well, not to reveal too much, leg-wise, you know, cover up the leg. I don't want to reveal too much, but I want to just say thank you for being here. I think that over the past year, the information that you have provided has been educational, informational, and entertaining.
Yes.
All at the same time, but you've made the normal lay person like me know more about our financial situations. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So what are you going to talk about today?
Well, today, obviously, we have 3 books, Retire Happy. There were some studies made years ago that people that have safe money, what I call green money versus red money that you lose, they actually have a life expectancy that's 2 years or more. So we have a book. Tom Hegna is a nationally known speaker, and I was able to write a foreword on his book, Don't Worry, Retire Happy. That's on Amazon. Of course, my book, Building Financial Fences, that made international best-selling author once, and The Life's Final Gate, dealing with the loss of a loved one, what we're dealing with from a psychological standpoint and spiritual, then what happens with the legal ramifications, what we have to do at the death of that. So those are those 3 books, but I brought a little prop here along with you, because as you know, we've got our company mascot, our cash cow.
Our fabulous cash cow.
So the 4 areas of our fence is dealing with the legal. We talk about revocable trust, irrevocable trust. We have attorneys on board to help you with your planning to avoid probate and that sort of thing. And of course, the main thing that I like to always talk about is the reason why we work is to get money and to retire.
To retire comfortably.
It's not what you make, but how you keep it. And we've got programs out there that deal with things that the first response people go was, that sounds too good to be true. and it may be, because there are some nice things like using Index Universal Life, what's called an IUL. We're allowed to be able to get tax-free money and that sort of thing as well. And those are really nice to talk about, because people can retire literally with millions instead of just thousands of dollars. We talked a little bit last week with property and casualty. That fence is divided into 2, because we have the claims to deal with. If you file a claim, how's the appropriate way to do that? And as I shared with you last time, I brought a specialist, Mark Jacoby, on with us. And just recently, right up the road, we were able to help somebody get over $300,000 on a claim that was denied.
Wow.
You can't afford to lose that kind of money as a business owner or homeowner, right?
Right.
And today, what we wanted to talk about is the health insurance.
Yes.
So there's your cash cow. If any one of these fences are missing, then your cow's going to get out and you're going to lose some money.
So you have completely helped us build our financial fence and made it understandable to regular folks like me who may not know. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. And that's the whole idea, is just to keep it simple and not get lost in the weeds, so to speak, of all the things. And today, this month, October 15th through December 7th, as everybody knows on the TV commercials, Medicare is open enrollment season. And so everybody gets these books in the mail that come like this, that's talking about your insurance. People even like my mom, bless her heart, it's like, I get comfortable with the one company, I don't want to change. Well, we have to go to school to study for that, but they may have different programs or your medications may have changed and that program's not working as well for you. So what's the difference in having an advisor, an agent, versus just contacting the 1-800 number and enrolling? It's
and
all
talking
the same.
to a random person.
Right, and so what we like to do is develop a relationship with people that we know who you are. So this is kind of like a domino effect. What happens if there's a health concern on this side? Well, that may end up affecting something about your legal side or whatever. Obviously, sometimes sickness can result in a death, and so now what happens there? So
make
that's
that
why
fence solid.
Right, and that's what we're here there about. So the health insurance is what we wanted to talk about as far as Medicare. We're out there doing that, but I have something that's new and very refreshing.
Yes. Mark Wagner, you sent me a very informational video, and I'm so thankful, I was able to put it into the show. So hopefully people will be able to see that video. Is there a possibility that we can show the video that Mr. Wagner provided?
Over the past 20 years, the runaway cost of health insurance has outpaced earnings and inflation, leaving our families with less freedom and less money. As premiums and deductibles continue to rise, many have chosen to go without. Families, small businesses, and individuals alike are struggling to find a way to pay for the health care they can't seem to afford. The status quo can't continue. It's broken, it's confusing, and it's bureaucratic. So how are we going to solve this problem? All over the world, technology is changing the way people and society connect and interact. As innovators are equipped with new concepts and technologies, new ideas emerge, and timeless problems get solved. The result? Countless industries are disrupted. But while the rest of the world has changed, insurance and the way we pay for healthcare remains broken and largely the same. But not for long.
Not for long. Mr. Wagner, what did we just see?
What we just saw is an innovative program that's out there. There's a lot of them, so what I'm trying to do is present the idea to people. If you're interested, give me a call. There's just too much to explain because everybody has got a unique fingerprint, so to speak, and so you have to be qualified to enter some of these programs. But health insurance is the transfer of risk. That's the basic thing about insurance. It's a transfer of risk. These programs are not risk transferring. What it is it's a community of people that belong together for a nonprofit corporation that says, let us all put our money into the pot and we'll have a co-share so that when you have a medical payment, all of us are going to pitch in and pay. Then when mine comes time to pay, it comes into that. You figure most of the insurance companies, I know because we are one, do a 70-30 or an 80-20. But these programs offer like a 90-10 and what's called a personal responsibility. It's like be responsible for yourself. You pay your payment. What would be referred to as your normal deductible? But how about having a household deductible that's only $5,000 instead of per individual? It's per the household. What about your children instead of falling off?
You're sharing it.
You're sharing the program together that way. And so these have like a 90-10% on there, and you only have like a $5,000 that you have to pay for. So this program is usually for people that are healthier and healthy. And what I find is out a lot is the entrepreneurs, the backbone of America, I like to refer to it.
It's true.
The guy that has the small business, how many of those guys out there? They leverage their home, their mortgage, they put everything in there, and yet they don't have their own health insurance. And then all of a sudden it's that one thing that happens that the cow gets out of the fence. Well, now all of a sudden if I am healthy, fairly healthy, I don't have some pre-existing conditions, I can qualify to get this coverage that I can get into that I've got. If I've got something catastrophic, I'm not going to lose my cow over the idea of that. So I really like to be able to offer this to people that are, they're younger, they're fairly healthy, those kind of things. Other than that, if you've got your regular Medicare insurance, even if you're over 65, as long as you got your Part A and Part B, your D coverage for your drug coverage, then sometimes people use this to supplement that. So now they've even got more coverage. So there's a lot to it, and it really has got to sit down and kind of individually plan it out with each person. Too much just for this small segment here.
Yeah, too much for the little time that we have here on WFMJ Community Connection. But I have a graphic that has how you can get in touch with the absolutely fabulous Mark Wagner. And there's his information. Mr. Wagner, I cannot tell you how appreciative I am that you take the time, you've taken the time over the last year to come in here 4 times quarterly and tell us, inform us, help us build this financial fence. You are an expert. And I'm glad you're a part of the WFMJ Community Connection family to help us to learn this, because most people don't know.
They don't, and thank you for inviting me. And one of the things that we do, we still make old-fashioned house calls. We go to people's homes. Sometimes with sickness like this, they get afflicted and they can't come to the office, and it affects everything else. So we travel. We have offices all across the country, but we're right here in Girard and the Youngstown area. This is home for us. and it's our base because we're in between all the airports, and I'm just always flying to see somebody. So I'd love to come to your home and talk to you, or have you come meet us in one of our offices, or your family members at any one of our offices across the country. So thank you for having me.
Mark Wagner, I appreciate you, I value you, and I really love our friendship. I'm so glad that I met you, sir.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.